Well, hello, friends. Mark Holmes here, and as always, I want to thank you all for watching, commenting, subscribing, and being part of the Joe Boo Sports Report. Without you guys, as well as you ladies, you know that this literally does not work. Been busy today. It's been actually a great day. I've been actually working on uh, stuff in the workshop here, a lot of orders and stuff that had to come out to you guys, from a retirement piece to autism, butcher block, uh, Cincinnati Bearcats, all that stuff's going out of here, as well as the winner from last week. I think it's Bobby. I can't remember your last name. All this stuff's packaged up and out of here, and working on some stuff for next weekend's autograph signing show that I'm going to get signed, and you guys will have the opportunity to actually win it here with the Joe Do Sports Report. It's been one of those days that you just kind of shake your head as a Dallas Cowboy fan. Um, Bobby Wagner news. But before I get to the Bobby Wagner news, here's what's kind of interesting to me. I was saying in a video earlier today that when you look at Devontae Adams, who was a free agent, who the Packers were able to take a free agent and end up basically converting him into a first and second round draft pick. When you look at Tariq Hill literally having, you might as well say, a modern day Herschel Walker trade made for him. As we look back and see what the Cowboys do when we have an Amari Cooper and a Lyle Collins, we get a fifth round draft pick. Oh, I can't forget, we swapped 6th round draft picks. And explaining to people how, if you don't know what you're doing wrong, if you are ignorant to your situation, if you do not know what's wrong, you can't do better. You can't. You literally have to understand, this is something I don't do well. I need to work on it to get better. And that's where the Cowboys, and this is the reason why we tell them, hey guys, hello, look at what other teams are doing. Finding a way to get better, even when they say there's no money. The Vikings had $1.3 million. They find a way to hire to bring in Zadarius Smith. Cowboys, on the other hand, they finally found enough money to sign the punter. So when you look at needs that the team has, they're just not going to spend more than $5 a year. $5 million. If it could be $5 a year, guarantee that Stephen Jones, that's what he would pay. But they're not going to spend more than $5 million a year at most on any free agent. So us dreaming about having somebody like Bobby Wagner is a pipe dream. And that would be a crack pipe. So Bobby Wagner, probably the biggest name free agent that's still left out there, a guy who, for a multitude of reasons beyond just his play on the field, that you could look at and say, yeah, that's a guy I'd like to have here to work with Micah Parsons, a guy who understands the system that Dan Quinn's going to, is continuing to run here, a guy who can mentor, like I said, Micah Parsons, as well as Jabril Cox, a guy who's a game changer, a guy who's a short tackler. And beyond just what it costs in dollars and cents, you look at that and say, that is the perfect fit. That is a move that definitely makes your defense better. That is a plugging a hole that you now don't have to worry about in the draft, which allows you to be able to say, I can take the best player available. Maybe I focus in on the offensive line. Maybe I look for the game-changing wide receiver or tight end, but I don't have to worry about linebacker for a few years. But the Dallas Cowboys are too short-sighted. And for somebody to go through and say, here we go again with another divisive video. Guys, do you want me to tell you that everything is literally rainbows and unicorns? And that everything is peachy and everything is wonderful, and you want to go into the abyss not prepared? You want to know what you're facing before you go into battle. Let's be real here. Understand the uphill climb that we're going to make. So Bobby Wagner, here's what's crazy. And I want to look up the numbers here while I'm here. Bobby Wagner's is going to the Rams, the Super Bowl champions, for a visit. Now here's what I want you to understand. I want you to understand that the Rams ended up winning the Super Bowl by making some trades. Now, there's no guarantee that trading for a quarterback is going to work. You know, more of the Matthew Stafford, Peyton Manning scenarios are more the exception than the rule. I mean, you have the Colts, of course, who've crapped out, with, of course, Carson Wentz. They're hoping that, the third time's a charm with Matty Ice. They brought in Phillip Rivers. It doesn't always work out. But in the last two Super Bowls, you can see two teams that have loaded up through free agency to get them over hump. Be clear now. Tampa Bay had a really good defense to start with before they got Tom Brady. Tom Brady came there. He brought some pieces like Gronk with him to take the talent that was there to the whole level. And Stephen Jones is right. You cannot build a team solely through free agency. But they can be part of the collective of building a team up. So here's the thing. The Rams, who went through, they gave up all their draft picks to get Matthew Stafford. They gave up all their draft picks to bring in Jalen Ramsey. They have the core guy, and Aaron Donald, that they're working on getting a new contract for. And now, those guys who you look at and say, they gave Matthew Stafford a new contract, $40 million a year. 230 million? Was it 235 million? No. I'm sorry. Not 230. That's Deshaun Watson. Matthew Stafford's 160. I can't remember what it is. But either way, they got a new contract for him. They're working on Aaron Donald. And now they're and they're talking about bringing back Odell. And now they're talking to Bobby Wagner. And here's what's crazy. As we look at this moment, and let me refresh it because it may have changed. It may have updated since the last time I looked at it. But as I look at it right now, the Rams, good thing I updated because it did say $15 million. They actually only have $8.8 million. But I can guarantee you that they will find a way, if they can work it out and satisfy them, to put them on the team. This is what teams are doing. It's not a matter of the Dallas Cowboys don't have the ability to do that they can't find the money to do that, because hell, the Vikings right now have $14 million going into Zarius deal. They only had 1.3. They managed their cap to say, let's bring in the talent and to be clear, not every move you make is going to be 100%, because you can say don't try free agents because we got burned by Greg Hardy. Well, guess what? Drafting isn't exact science either. I mean, we've gotten guys like Taco Charlton. Yeah, we've made mistakes like that. You might be able to say Tristan Hill. Hell, you can go down the list of, Morris Claiborne's, where you moved up and took a first and a second to get that guy. Mistakes always happen because everything in football is 50-50. But see, here's the thing. I say this to people. They're scared to ask somebody something. They're scared. But I can guarantee you one thing. If you're scared to ask, I can tell you what the answer is going to be. It's going to be no. But if you ask, there's a chance it could be yes. But if you don't play, it's definitely going to be no. And so, as we look at being scared to make moves to try and improve the team, well, I can tell you, the team's not going to improve definitely if you don't try. And this is the hard part right now, being a Cowboy fan. All right. That's all I got for you. We'll see what happens. And let me say, shout out. Wow. Shout out to you guys, because we are over $700 raised for the Stand Up to Cancer Faith Fight Finish. Dak Prescott's charity, where we're going to be giving his charity a check, and we're going to be giving one of you guys a plaque that I'm working on. Wow. Doing pretty good. All right. I'll be back later, I'm sure, with some more bad news for the Cowboys.